Oh, Foxy, it's your birthday. Not for real, just for play. This is Cree Summer, and Moana Nui will be right back.
Okay, this is your favorite anime character going to jail. Oh, what is happening? Okay, so I'm the panelist, Angela D. Williams. I was on the YSL trial in Fulton County with Young Thug and Gunna. I was one of the defense attorneys, so I was on the good side.
And my name is Joy Stevens, and I am a substitute panelist here today. I am with New Heights Academic and Leadership Consulting. We do a lot of diversity and inclusion work, and today we're going to be counterpointing to the lovely Esquire right here.
And even though I'm an attorney, all this is not like, I'm not your attorney yet. What?
Oh, no, I'm just...
Oh, yeah. So this isn't like an attorney-client, like, privilege type of situation. And this isn't a relationship. Okay. Has anybody seen Darwin's Game? Nobody seen Darwin's Game? Like a little bit, right? Yeah. Okay. So I feel like, see, I have my notes on there, but okay. What is it like? Darwin's Game is like, hold on.
Just flip it back over. There you go.
Yeah, see? I gotta flip it back over. It's like Sword Art Online.
Okay, Sword Art Online.
It's like Sword Art Online, but good.
Oh, the attack.
No, that is good.
Yeah, Angela,
You're
just keep it that
triggering.
direction.
No, I know, but I have my notes. I have notes.
No, for you to see.
Keep seeing your notes. They don't need the visuals.
Yeah.
Y'all need visuals.
No, they don't.
Yeah, this is too small until they get
I'll flip it back and forth. Okay, so Darwin's Game is like Sword Art Online, where when people like get into this game, they get sucked into the game.
Right. I think it's called Isekai, right?
Yeah, it's called Isekai.
Isekai.
But this one isn't really, well, is it? I guess it could be.
If they got slipped into another world.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, but it's weird because like it has like this cover over it, so the world is like still going, and then when the game is over, it goes away.
Okay.
Yeah. So like it's weird. So it's like it slipped into a different world-ish, but not really.
So they come back to their own world like at night.
No, it's like the same world. So like they have like the shield, like maybe over like the.
That's dimension.
Is it a dimension?
It's like paradise?
I haven't seen Paradise.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Spoiler.
Because like if you were to, oh no.
Truman Sword.
No. What's it called? The one that just came out, the manhwa.
The solo level?
Yeah, solo leveling. Okay, so you know how he goes, it does all these things, but it's still in the same world?
When you go into the gate.
Yeah, like how he went to the subway station, but everybody was out the subway station, but it was still the subway station.
Right.
But when the...
What, a comparison to Digimon?
I haven't seen Digimon.
Oh.
I know. I've seen solo leveling. Give me some credit.
No.
Really, no. Okay. So, like, they get sucked into this game. Well, okay, we already explained that. We're going to move on from that. They play this game, and it's like killed or be killed. So, if you were to kill somebody in this world, are you going to jail?
Do you, if they die, like, sort of online, you die in the game, you die in the real world?
Yeah, you die in the real world, but your body just kind of disappears.
In the real world, your body disappears.
Yeah, because you kind of disappear, so you just never come back.
Okay, so then they, knowing that, they go into this other world, knowing that if they kill someone in this other world, they will die back in.
Well, that's the funny part. A lot of people who get into this game initially, they don't know that that's what this game is. They think it's just a regular app game.
Okay.
So they don't even know that they're getting sucked into this world. And once they get into this world, they realize they can't leave unless whoever dies, or they die.
So that's involuntary manslaughter?
Is it?
Yes.
You think it's involuntary manslaughter?
If they don't know.
So, lawyer.
Ooh, that's a different slide. We're getting to that one. That's a good one, though. Way to jump ahead.
Anyone who knows the people who disappear remember them.
Yeah.
So they were an entity at some point. They existed.
Yeah,
and people remember that they exist, and then do they go looking for them when they disappear?
Some people do, yeah.
Okay, so that is just like a missing persons or something, right?
It is, right?
Right. So
But you know you killed them.
I know I killed them. So
Yeah.
if I know I killed them, then I am consciously committing a crime because I have murdered a person.
But it was either you or them.
So that's still, like self-defense is still manslaughter, right?
Oh,
So,
different.
And is it self-defense if so this gets into make my day laws, right? If I start it, and then you start beating me up and I kill you, I can say, well, make my day, not make my day, was to stand your ground. I'm standing my ground, but I started it. Is that legal? I mean, it is in Florida, but should it be legal is a better question.
To stand your ground, that's a lot of different factors, so it depends. If it's just a fist fight and you shoot somebody, that's a problem.
So isn't that how this started? Did they know they had to fight to the death?
Oh, they all have weapons.
Did they know they had to fight to the death?
Not initially.
So I don't know I have to fight to the death, but I decided to just murk you anyway because it was fun. I should go to jail.
You should go to jail?
I should go to jail.
Okay.
Battle Royale.
They give you the fine print of all the rules.
They did not know the rules. They just got sucked into this game.
Right, and you told me to play.
And then these people are coming after you, about to kill you. You're like, what am I supposed to do?
All right. So self-defense.
So you think it's self-defense? Huh. Yeah, it's self-defense. It would definitely be self-defense. But then that's going to lead to another issue that you jumped ahead a little bit later. We're going to get to that though. Okay. But it is self-defense because these people have weapons and you know that they're actually actively trying to kill you. So yeah, you probably should kill them. I mean, it makes sense. Okay, the next one. And yes, I am flipping it back over. Oh, has anybody seen Blue Eye Samurai?
Yes.
I saw the first episode.
Okay.
That might be enough.
But are you going in the spoiler
Yeah.
This has to do with immigration. Okay, so I'm a Georgia attorney, so everything's gonna pretend everything happens in Georgia. So Georgia basically closed their borders. If you knew that you had an immigrant with you, are you going to jail?
Crossing the border or already inside?
Already inside.
No, that's in the past. I'll be talking about old stuff.
That's in the past?
Yeah, they've been here.
So in this anime, I forgot the person's name, but basically, if you're not Japanese and you're in this country, they're like, you must be a foreigner, you're not supposed to be here, and they get rid of them. But they have this group, of course, because that person has money, he pays them off, and they harbor this immigrant. So would you go to jail for knowing that you're harboring an immigrant, knowing you're getting paid for it? Are you going to jail?
Was there a contract drawn up?
No contract. No, you tried it. You tried it. Georgia said you cannot be in here, get out.
So regardless of the reason you're here or the fact that it was legal when you came the first time, if it was okay for me to come in here yesterday and they changed the law tomorrow, then just because I'm sitting here next to you and we're having dinner, it was okay. It was legal. It was all right 2 days ago.
But now we know they closed the border, so you're supposed to get out.
They closed the border. It's closing the border and deportation.
Yeah. If you're not Japanese, or I guess if you're not a Georgian, you got to go.
So I could be hiding you in my closet or something, or my attic like Anne Frank.
Okay, if you want to be Anne Frank.
Okay. So this is a question of legal versus justice.
No, right? This is a question of, are you going to jail for harboring an immigrant?
Yeah.
But that's not a fugitive.
It's an immigrant, just an immigrant.
If that's the law, then yeah. I mean, the border's closed, the immigrant was still here and didn't leave. They're in my crib. Knowing that they're in my crib, I'm going to jail. Kind of hard.
Did I know they were an immigrant? Was it visibly obvious that they were?
Yeah, we're going to pretend all Georgians are black and this person's white.
You gotta go.
Let's just make it easy.
Whole Timmy got in the well.
So would they be, so you guys think you're going to jail? You say no?
Wait, we have a no.
We have a no. We have a no.
I want to say no.
It has nothing to do with me. So you're in my house, that's your responsibility.
So you wouldn't tell on them?
No.
I love that. Why do you say no?
Kind of going off of what she mentioned as far as just the other day, things are all right,
But now you know it's illegal.
But I'm not.
Do they know I know?
Huh?
Do they know that I know?
Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
What if you don't watch the news? What if you're living off the grid and some nice person's helping you or harvest vegetables or whatever?
That's not a defense.
Well,
it's not a defense?
That's not a defense. Ignorance is not a defense.
It is.
It's. Oh, I would love you to commit a crime and then try that. Yeah, ignorance is not a defense. If it was, my job would be so much easier.
It's similar to if you're speeding down the street and you don't know what the speed limit is, you're still getting a ticket because ignorance of the law is no defense.
Just because everyone's doing 60 doesn't mean you should be doing 60.
You should be doing 75.
Right. The cop could literally just pick you out and be like, you were going. I was going with the flow of traffic. Now I'm gonna get you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know, it's the law
We have
sucks.
changed your whole worldview, haven't we?
Okay, so if you harbor an immigrant knowing you're not supposed to have any immigrants with you, you could go to jail. But this is not a PSA to go tell on your neighbors, or don't tell on like a shop. Like, please don't go tell on people.
No.
But it's like technically it is a federal law, so those are nice prisons, so that's good.
There's no such thing as a nice person.
I mean, the federal one is.
Right.
Those are nice.
For the rich
Yeah.
people, like,
Oh, but they're not going to federal prison.
Yeah.
In the cartoon?
No, immigration is federal.
But they're not. Aren't they in Guantanamo?
No, those are the immigrants.
The
who are-
other immigrants?
Huh?
What?
I'm talking about, oh yeah, there's certain immigrants that are going to Guantanamo, but I think that's what, Venezuelans, Chinese, and they're sending planes to go get them. The
They
country,
did bring them back real quiet.
yeah, they're getting planes to get them out because they're like, no, you're not doing that to our people. So they're getting, you had me so derailed.
She does this.
My work is done.
But yeah, you can't harbor an immigrant, otherwise, yeah, you could go to jail. Federal prison, so it's nice. Do not go tell on people. Please don't call ICE and be like, hey, I know, like, don't do that. I'm not saying do that, don't do that. Because they're not going to come question you. This is more for people who have like farms and stuff, and they're basically, it's like slavery, basically. So those people are going to go to jail because they have these immigrants, they know they're immigrants, they know they're not supposed to be here, and that's like another barrier to be like, okay, you have to pay a fine and you're going to jail. But for your average person, as long as you're not treating them like slaves, you'll be okay. So don't go tell. Why are you looking so confused?
No, like when you mention slavery, like it's not on the lines of indentured servitude, or is it straight slavery?
Well, it'd be straight slavery because, like, think of the people who are working on the farms,
Right.
and they could be like, I'm not going to pay you. So if, like, let's say ICE, or you tell somebody, like, you call ICE and be like, hey, I know these people are here illegally. The person who owns that farm, they're going to jail because they're harboring an immigrant. So it's like another day. Like, they have to pay a fine, and they might go to jail for that. But your average person who just knows that this is an illegal immigrant, like, don't go tell on yourself. There's no point.
Sure. I'm not going to use that.
Okay, the next one.
5 points to your list.
Ooh, who's seen Hellgirl?
There we go.
Nobody's seen
Seen
Hellgirl?
Hellgirl.
I've seen it.
Only one person has seen Hellgirl?
It is on a very long list.
Oh my god. Okay, Hellgirl is basically a classic. Oh my god. Did you just say, is it?
I mean, I never heard of it.
Hellgirl is better than Dragon Ball Z, I can tell you that.
This is why I tried to warn you about earlier.
That's a bar to
I'm just saying. Okay, so Hellgirl is basically like, it's this anime where around midnight you have to be on the computer, you type in the Hellgirl website, and you basically say who you want to get revenge on, and Hellgirl will pick somebody. She'll go to your place, and she'll say, who is it? And you'll say who it is. She doesn't care what your reason is, but as long as you sign a contract with her, she's basically like the devil. And when you die, you go to hell. So that's the contract.
So it's like Death Notes meets Uber Eats.
Having questions that you think people want to have questions about.
I mean, Hellgirl, a Death Note, I mean, sure.
Yes,
But,
you have somebody you want to kill, and then you write it on her website. She comes to you like Uber Eats, like, okay, did you order this kill? And you're like, yes, please go kill Tom. And then she goes and does it, right?
yeah, she does it, but she does it in a way where she kind of like tortures them.
Oh,
So whatever it is, like if you abuse animals, she'll like make you an animal and abuse you. So you're getting tormented, and that's going to be your life for the rest of your life.
okay.
Yeah, because you're basically dead. So, okay, so that, I derailed on that one. But Hellgirl basically comes from hell. And we'll say it's like she's like, it's a religion because it's hell. So, hold on. No, look at my notes. I was like, what was I talking about with this one? I know it has something to do with animals.
Animal abuse.
Isn't that Colin from Bleach?
That has nothing to do.
It's just on there.
Yeah, because I thought it was cute.
He is cute.
Right.
Colin is cute.
Okay, it's a Hellgirl origin story. So Hellgirl, this is it's a spoiler, but see how nobody's seen it or nobody's gonna probably watch it, it's okay. Hellgirl obviously was a human before, she was regular. And in her village, they do this religious sacrifice. So you have to get like a virgin. I think it's like under a certain age, has to be a female, and they have a parade, and all the kids are like, oh, this is gonna be fun. So she's walking in this parade, she's having a great time, and then they bury her alive because that's the sacrifice. So obviously she dies, but because it's a sacrifice, the God comes, is like, hey, if you're like one of my people, then I'll save you. So that's how she becomes Hell Girl. So if that were to happen in Georgia, and you were in a religious, affiliation, and you were to sacrifice a human or an animal, would you be going to jail?
Yes.
For which one, the human or the animal?
Probably no in
You said
Georgia.
both?
A case could be made for, well, obviously one, a case could be made for the second.
Okay.
I mean, it depends. You might be going to jail for less time for an animal versus a human, but I think you go to jail for both because it's.
You go to jail for both?
Yeah,
Who thinks you
cruelty.
go to jail for both, human and animal sacrifice?
Okay, I'm saying this.
Okay.
You probably
Three.
get fined for the animal sacrifice, but probably depending on priors.
Priors?
You're gonna go to jail for human, for sure. The animal's gonna be based on like probably priors.
Wait, I have a.
So what do
I
you
have a
mean it
caveat.
depends on priors?
Either priors and any of those circumstances that might be involved, whether it was a torture or anything like that, but it probably would not be immediate or guaranteed depending on priors and stuff. Like if you have a history of doing this, you're probably going to jail.
A history of killing animals?
Probably.
Or just a rap sheet.
Or something like that.
A rap sheet. So if you get caught for killing animals multiple times, you're going to go to jail for this one?
So, but yeah, you're the lawyer.
I have a thought.
No, that's fine.
They do the investigation and find out you've done thousands of animals.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Like, what are we doing here?
I have a thought. I'm changing my stance.
Okay, so everybody thinks if you sacrifice a human, you're going to jail, right?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Animals.
I no longer think you're going to jail for sacrificing a human. I think you go to jail for sacrificing an animal because they cannot give consent in this religion. And if you are part of the religion and you give consent to give your life up, then there may be a workaround for not going to jail for sacrificing a human.
Okay.
There's a law saying.
So for the animals, I'm kind of on the fence because what if the actual charge for sacrificing the animal is more so a health code violation? Is this a sanitary environment to be killing this animal in, even if it is in your home?
That's
You
a
go
good
to jail
one.
for that, but I mean, killing an animal, I'm not gonna say who cares, but
who cares?
People go buck hunting. No, people go buck hunting on a regular basis. and
That's
shoot
true.
deer, so
They get a license for that.
That is true. Well, supposedly there are people hunting without licenses.
Some people,
And you can go to jail for that.
some people kill cattle like if they're like sick or whatever.
Oh, that's true, right? And then they have the halal or kosher.
It depends if the police actually care, in my opinion.
Okay, it depends if the police even care. Okay, so the correct answer, a human, no matter what, you're going to jail. You cannot sacrifice a human. Even if it's your religion, you cannot sacrifice a human. For animals, actually it's legal. Yeah. But here's the caveat. You cannot be like a serial killer just killing all these animals and be like, oh yeah, I'm part of this religion when you get caught. Like there has to be documentation and you have to see that this is part of your religion and they have to know like, okay, which church do you go to or which temple do you go to? Which mandir do you, where do you go? Like you need to have like that established. Otherwise, that is definitely like cruelty to animals.
Does it matter what kind of animal?
No, you can kill your cat. You can kill your dog. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so I guess one question: what's the difference between like if you can kill what's considered livestock and what's considered like a pet? Are the laws different on those?
They do.
Oh, okay.
They do. So like if you have like a farm or something, they obviously you probably have like a slaughterhouse or something. So that's okay.
You gotta have a designated farm. You can be at your house and you just kill a lamb at your house. That's not
I mean,
count.
that's what she said.
Are you gonna eat it?
Who's gonna tell? The lamb?
Right.
Okay.
Smoked meat tells no tales.
Yeah. So yeah, as long as nobody tells on you, but of course that's how serial killers are made. But that's how like if it's a bunch of animals, like thousands of animals that are dead, they're like, why are all these animals disappearing in this area? Because somebody's gonna care, and then you're gonna get told on. So like yeah, if you are torturing them and it's not for a religious reason, that's a problem. So yeah, you won't go to jail for animals though, unless you're a serial killer.
You trigger my intrusive thought. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cats.
And that's okay. Because like she said, who's gonna tell? Who's telling?
Right.
The president.
During a debate.
We're not doing this, Mark. We're not doing this. You're not gonna derail me.
It's my job.
It very much so is. For me, I like this actually. Okay, who's seen Dan to Dan? Yes, I got a popular one. Woo! Okay. So this is Turbo Granny, and when she first meets, what's his name? What's the main character's name? It's not Dan.
Oricune.
All of y'all seen it and nobody knows his name?
Oricune.
Oricune?
Or she calls him Oricune, doesn't she?
Oricune? So the main character goes into this tunnel, and Turbo Granny is like, I'm gonna gobble your ding dong, basically.
Right.
So
She offers a trade.
we are not. We don't care about the trade.
Okay.
But she's. But we don't care about the trade. The main thing is she says she's gonna gobble his little dingaling. If she actually does gobble it, is she going to jail?
Like, you mean like?
I love that nobody knows if this is a jail or not.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
That's cannibalism.
Cannibalism?
Everybody's like crazy.
Yeah.
Are we talking about actually gobbling as in the euphemism for the?
Well, we're gonna say she has to grab it first, right?
Okay.
So what when she grabs it, like is she going to jail for trying to grab it just to eat it?
Yes.
Huh?
He's a child, right?
He is very much a child.
She's going to jail.
His name is Ken.
What did you say his name was?
Okarun. She calls him Okarun because she didn't want to call him Ken because that's her other crush.
Yeah, so yeah, she's very much going. That's a child.
So this is a minor.
Right.
But if he was 18 though, or 19, I think 20. If he was not a minor.
If he was an adult.
He was an adult. She just propositioned him at that point, right? She didn't ask for money or anything.
And that's going to be.
If he doesn't want it, right.
If it's unwanted, then yes.
Right. Which honestly, that whole first episode was bordering on sexual assault the entire time.
The whole thing is. That's why I didn't pick the obvious one with the aliens.
Right.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Okay, who's seen Death Note?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so I don't even have to tell you guys what it's about. Okay, cool. Is Misa going to jail? For assisting Light?
Oh right. Yes.
So she's like getting the name, like she knows the names.
Aiding in the best.
Aiding,
Coercion.
She's an accessory.
accessory,
Yeah.
coercion for what? What did she coerce?
Basically forcing him to constantly keep writing names in that book.
She did?
She's a bully.
When's the last time you seen Death Note? I don't think you know who Misa is, right? What do you think Misa is? I'm curious now. Now I'm derailing like you.
And there's a lot of stuff running through my mind.
So remind us who Misa is.
This is the blonde hair girl
Right.
that's in love with him.
Right.
Right. And then she tracks down Light because she's like, oh, I heard you're Kira and I know your name, all this, and she wants to work with him. Yeah. So everybody thinks she's going to jail for aiding and abetting? Anything else?
They use the ends of like she was
Mentally unstable.
unstable because of how crazy, because of love she was.
Yeah.
But
She's Harley Quinn, basically.
there you go.
Very much so. Very much. Only not as smart.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, she's going to jail. But like for a defense attorney, of course we're going to say, oh, he had her under his spell. It's probably not going to work.
Yeah.
But she's going to jail. And because it's like a bunch of mass murders, well, she's going to jail for all those
They
murders.
can even say that because of her love, he was able to manipulate her to do stuff to prove her love.
Loyalty, yeah. Of course we're going to say that, and the jury's going to be like, how many people did she kill? Right.
Right.
Because they're probably going to go to trial together, and whatever he gets, she gets. Unless we can mitigate a little bit, but I doubt it.
But even if they give her half of what he gets, if you serve him consecutively, that's still life in jail.
Right. Okay. Who's seen Berserk?
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Waiting for the live action.
They're doing a live action?
No, this is put in.
Oh, that would be horrible if they did that.
No, they don't need to do a lot.
Right? Okay.
No, there's certain scenes.
Okay, so I'm going to talk specifically about the final scene in Berserk.
Wait, which 90s?
I don't even know if it's in the new one. It probably is, though. The very last scene.
In the 90s, the original 90s. Okay.
I think so. So Guts.
Good animation.
It's so good. It's a classic.
It is a classic.
Yeah. Okay, so the very last scene, they have a character named Guts. What's the cute boy's name? Griffin? Griffin, right?
Crazy Griffin.
Sexy Griffin. So there's Griffin, and then he is. What's the girl's name?
Asuka.
What is it?
Asuka.
Is it awesome?
Asuka.
It's now I'm about to call her the girl.
Right.
Okay. You said Casca?
Casca.
Yeah.
Casca. Okay, so there's 3 people. Guts, Griffin, Casca. And they're basically in this like troop or whatever. we're gonna go to the very last episode where Griffin basically powers up.
Oh, that part.
Yeah, that part. And he basically gets Casca, has all these demons hold her down,
Right.
and Guts is watching all of this. How do I say this in a nice way? He violates her in the worst way possible, and Guts is watching this, and that's like his best friend. So he rips his arm off, and he unalives Griffin. Would Guts go to jail for killing Griffin?
No.
You said no?
No, that's, no, I'm assuming there's some sort of law.
Defense of others. I think defense of others.
Is it called that?
We're going to call it that.
Huh?
Would it not be Good Samaritan?
Good Samaritan. Well, that's more civil.
You could also argue that he temporary insanity, because that would have driven him insane to see that.
Also true. There was a threatening situation. Also, you could also think he might have killed him. He was supposed to kill him. Anyway, so there's that too. So even if the rape thing was he was going to kill him, so that's something fits too. On top of that.
Right. Okay.
Is this an example of crime of passion?
Oh my God! It's exactly crime of passion. That's what it's called in the legal world too. It's called a crime of passion.
Minority
Look at you.
Report.
Okay,
Nice.
yeah. So it's called a crime of passion. So if you see somebody going through something like that, you could actually kill them.
Okay.
I mean, don't go killing people.
It's wrong.
Right? But if you see something like that, you're allowed to kill them. Because it's one of those, you don't know what he was going to do next, especially how brutal it was. So you don't know if she was going to die too. But usually when it comes to that, you got to commit. So you got to finish it off. Or you got to make sure he has to stop. So that's why when you see like a lot of maybe parents who might get their child molesters in the act and they kill them or they hurt them so much that you're like, oh my God, that's why those parents aren't getting charges, because they see it in the moment. So yeah, crime of passion. Look at you.
Wait.
Yeah.
You said if you don't kill them, that can be charged. You be in trouble?
No, like you have to commit. You can't be like, oh, just kidding. Like you have to either
Go hard or go home.
or get them, kill them, or just don't. Don't just be like, okay.
No.
Like you have to do something.
Double tap, just finish it.
You have to do something.
Don't leave them so they can do the little twitch at the end of the show. Like, they got to be gone.
Yeah. Either gone or it has to stop the act.
Yeah, you have to stop it.
Yeah. You have to incapacitate them or whatever. Okay, this is a new one. Undead Unluck. Has anybody seen this one?
I have not. On my list.
It's on your list. You seen it?
It's on the list.
Okay, so Undead Unluck is, what's his name? I think his name is Andy. But basically,
Sure, we don't know.
I don't know either. We're gonna call him Andy because I don't remember his name. So basically, he's immortal. So no matter what, you could cut off his head, cut off his torso, doesn't matter, blow him up, he's gonna come back together. So you can't kill him.
Deadpool action.
Huh?
Deadpool action.
Yeah, basically Deadpool. Yeah. So, and then that girl is called Unluck. She has the worst luck, so he's always dying around her. Right. It's a really good anime. It's on Hulu. It's really cute. Okay, so if we know that she's basically killing him every single time, is she going to jail for assisted suicide?
No, because she's not involved in it.
She is.
She's killing him, or he dies around her?
Well, it's big, but everybody knows it's her.
It's her luck. She's not doing anything to affect it.
Right.
She's
Well,
not.
if you touch her, you get that unluck.
So stop touching her. She can't stop her skin from doing stuff.
But if she knows that's what's going to happen, if she touches,
Injury and dominance.
like she knows that you're going to die. She knows that.
But did she say don't touch me?
Don't
Right.
touch her. You know she's gonna suck your powers.
Right.
So if you're gonna touch her, you know you will.
You the moron that keeps doing the same thing
You basically
and expecting a different.
accepting the consequences.
I mean, it very much so is.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so
And
so basically, this is like assisted suicide. You can't help somebody commit suicide.
She's not. It's not assisted suicide.
It is assisted suicide.
This is a series of unfortunate events.
But his main goal is to die. That's his main goal. And she keeps helping him.
Is she helping him, or is she just standing there,
She's helping
not
him.
stopping him?
She's very much helping him.
Like, is she tying him to the train tracks, or does he just trip him?
No, he knows what it is. And then she's like, okay.
She makes herself available to be touched.
She very much so does.
But if he wants to die, wouldn't that be like her blood of Good Samaritan or something?
You can't help somebody commit suicide. You're going to go to jail for murder.
Hello.
Yeah.
Charge somebody with murder if there's no body.
And then he's still alive?
I'm going to the next slide. Don't Dang.
But he didn't die though.
We're doing sexual things
He's
now.
just it's his kink.
Anybody see Overall Host Club? Yay! Okay. Does anybody know about the brothers, the twins?
Yes.
You guys do. Okay. Are they going to jail for kissing each other?
No. They do it.
Mark, you can't respond.
They're doing it more for performance, like acting, but they're not doing it in their actual real life as far as around people they know. They do it as far as for their fans.
Right.
That's the persona that the fans that are paying want.
The brotherly love persona. Yes. Okay, yeah. So they're not going, well, in certain states they are going to jail. If they actually kiss. If they actually kiss, because it is the act. Unless you get like a permit that's like it's acting or whatever. But in other states, it's legal. And also, you can't kiss your stepbrother or stepsister either in that type of manner. But like a regular kiss on the cheek, sure. But like she said, you call the cops, then yeah. They're going to be like, if you're calling us about this, it must be something more.
But step-siblings aren't working.
I wouldn't think so either, but I looked it up. But yeah, step-siblings, like if they actually make out and get together, get married, all that, yeah, that's incest.
It's giving men some.
That's crazy, right? I said the same thing.
Not blood related, but
I don't remember. I know in Georgia. Ooh, has anybody seen Oshinoko?
I can't.
You guys haven't seen it? Oh my god, it's so good. Okay, so basically, spoiler alert, but I mean, it's kind of obvious. That's an isekai for sure. Okay, so basically, this, there's a doctor, obviously, works at a hospital. That's an idol, and she's pregnant. And she, of course, you know how fandoms are for idols. So one of the fans finds her at the hospital, and he's questioning the doctor about it. And the fan, once he realizes that the idol is in the hospital, he kills the doctor. Right. And then he pushes him off of a cliff, and they never find his body.
Wait, he kills the doctor and throws the dead body off a cliff? Wow,
And
that's
then
a lot.
I think a week or two later, it started snowing, so that's why they can't find the body. Because there's so much snow, nobody knows it's there. Right.
Why did he kill him?
Because he found out his information. He wanted to know where the idol was.
So go see the idol. What the doctor had nothing to do with this?
You tried it. No, you're derailing. You're derailing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So yeah, you go to jail for murdering somebody.
Okay, so that goes to no body, no case?
Yeah, because unless there's a witness that witnessed him killing him, there's nothing to tie him to the murder.
Right.
Where does this take place?
Everything's gonna say. We're gonna say it happens in Georgia.
In Georgia. I was gonna say if this is happening overseas, they got cameras everywhere. Somebody saw him leave the hospital with that body.
But let's say nobody saw anything, and everybody just thinks he's missing. Is that person ever going to be charged for murder?
In the spring, when that water melts, when that ice melts, they'll find it.
But let's say you never find the body. Let's say 3 years later you still don't find the body. No? No case?
Don't you declare somebody legally dead after 7 years?
That's for insurance purposes. But murder is forever.
Murder is forever.
A lot of those cold cases that go 20 years, the person never gets charged, and then 20 years later they get information and
murder is forever.
The person's dead, or they put the old person in the
basically. Yeah, so there could be a case actually. So you don't need a body. Yeah, I know, crazy, right? They have so many cases in America where they don't have a body, and the prosecutors basically just build it off of circumstantial evidence. So they go, oh, well, we think you were around this area at that time. We know the doctor might have been there at that time. Why are you looking like that? You're very upset, aren't you?
What if I show up 5 years later?
If you show up 5 years later alive?
Disappear, and then I just book it someplace, and then they tell you
that happens all the time too. That happens. And you know what the crazy part is? The person doesn't just walk out of jail when that happens. Right. There has to be another trial, and then the person actually has to show up and say, I'm here.
It's about poor people in jail.
Right. That's exactly why.
That's the United States thing?
Yeah. They won't just let you out. It's crazy. But usually a prosecutor, hopefully some of them have common sense, but I was a YSL, so I know they don't. And so they might be like, no, we need you to prove that this is who you say you are. You do like fingerprints, like it's crazy. But yeah, it's not necessarily you walk out of jail because you just came back. This is crazy. Let me see. I think I need to hurry up and go to the almost end. Has anybody seen Beastars?
Yeah. Yes. I haven't seen the latest season.
Okay. Yeah, that's not important. It's okay. You don't have to. Okay. So you know how like the main characters are like a wolf and a bunny?
Right.
And you know how they have relations.
Right.
So if you, let's say, okay, this takes part in Georgia, you have a wolf and a bunny, you crossbreed them, are you going to jail?
It depends on the law, because it kind of goes the same thing as interracial marriage. It was illegal, and then they had to make it fine. So it depends if there's a law saying that's illegal.
What do you say? It's not.
They bred the lion and the tiger.
Liger, right, and a mule. 'Cause I think a mule is like a horse and a donkey. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. You're not going to jail for that. Yeah, you're not going to go to jail for crossbreeding. The only way you would go to jail is if you breed something like maybe a horse and a cat, and then the cat is like growing a horse-sized thing in her belly and it kills her. That's cruelty, because you know what's going to happen with that. What?
Actually,
that's still the same species. You can't. It's still a human.
You couldn't breed a horse and a cat, because if two species are too different from their DNA, they will not conceive.
Well, it's not. Yeah, we're not.
They're anamorphic beings, and so they apply.
I said if you own them. I said if you own them.
No, but
I said if you own a wolf and a bunny and you breed them, are you going to be okay?
Right. Hybrids. No, but isn't this I'm trying to think of the law with
bestiality?
No,
that's human. That's human. And so much, very much so.
I think I am.
Very much so, but that's okay.
No, but isn't there a law where it pertains to breeding like dogs, fishes, ones that you're not supposed to?
No, you can breed you can damn near breed whatever you want. But it's only if it's, like I said, like a horse and a cat. Mm-hmm. A cat cannot carry something as big as a horse inside of her. It's going to kill her.
It just makes it smaller.
Maybe. But if it kills her, you're going to jail.
Dogs and stuff.
What if it messes up the ecosystem? Oh, that would be something. They would probably put a law in place way later, but nobody would go to jail yet.
This is some of the snakes in Florida. They're not native there. They brought them over to eat the rats that were coming in that they also brought over. It's a swallow the spider to catch the fly type of thing going on.
Next. Oh, okay, so I'm a big defender of Shou Tucker, and he's the most hated person in anime history. They have this. You can step back all you want.
Are you getting ready to charge the table?
No.
Okay.
He's the most hated character in anime history. They made a list of most hated. No. They made a list of the most hated person like in TV history, and Shou Tucker made the list. I think he's number 7, right? No, he's number 7. Yeah, he's number 7. He is not top 3. He is a hero.
I thought that was 8. He's a hero.
Okay. He's a hero.
I would love to hear this.
Okay, so I'm assuming everybody knows who Shou Tucker is?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, well, tell him who Shou Tucker is. I'd love to hear you guys explain. He's not a monster.
He
No.
commented on his daughter to merge his daughter with the dog.
The family dog. The family dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay?
After merging his wife with another animal.
Nobody's talking about the wife. We're talking about the daughter here.
But that's important to establish.
Shouldn't that come out during
It's not important.
Shouldn't that come out during Discovery though? Like that's a previous time.
He's done it before. They mentioned his wife early in the series as far as how she mysteriously
Isn't his wife dead?
He made her.
Isn't she dead?
by merging her with an animal.
Isn't she
that he
dead?
presented to the
Isn't she
state
dead?
of Board Alchemy.
If I'm Shou Tucker, I'm not admitting anything. I'm be like, I don't know where she is. She just disappeared.
Well,
He presented her to the state.
And it didn't work. But it didn't work. They didn't. All she could say was, "What? Help me" or something. I don't think she could talk.
She said 2 words and died.
And died. So if I'm Shou Tucker, you think I'm going to say, "Yeah, I just killed my wife"?
But my thing is,
right? I'm not going to say
if this is happening in Georgia,
Under natural causes.
it wasn't natural.
I like that. It was very much. I like that. It was very much natural. It was very natural. I don't know why you're so upset. He's a scientist.
They didn't
He
consent.
murdered his family.
He did not murder his family. He was helping
He murdered
science.
his
There
wife.
was no consent.
There was consent. We don't. Yes, there was. Yes, there. What do you mean? She could talk. She could.
A minor cannot give consent.
I know if my husband was like, "I want to merge you with a dog," I'm gonna walk away.
But this is a little girl that merged with a dog. She's a child.
She is a little girl.
So she couldn't give consent.
Okay, but didn't Edward come and try to beat Shou Tucker? And she was like, "Stop! You're hurting my dad."
That was when she was a dog.
Sounds like she is okay with it.
But it's also a minor. They're going to defend their parents. And
then, wait a minute. Oh, let me take my glasses off. I'm so happy you said that. Who do you need to get consent from? Oh my God, it was Shou Tucker.
But
go ahead and say it. The parent.
Where was Department of Children and Family Services?
Where's DFAS? You don't need DFAS. He could consent.
They should have took that child from him when the mother died.
But the mother did it, like he said, natural causes. That was very natural. And if I'm Shou Tucker, I'm never admitting that my wife died.
The DNA is in there though.
Yeah, I think
this blob on the ground is half white.
If that's my family dog, I'm gonna go ahead and what's it called? Not incinerate her. What's it called when you do ashes?
A cremate.
Absolutely. As soon as she was dead, I'm gonna be like, cremate.
No, I meant the daughter. Did the daughter come here and die?
Yeah, no. But we don't know. They're taken away.
Oh, okay.
someone else had to kill her because
But she's not dead.
She's not dead. She is dead. She's fine.
She's not dead. Okay, and then we just talked about the whole panel about animals and animal cruelty. Is it the dog taken care of? It's not in a house?
Wow, really?
Is it not groomed? Is it not fed? Is it not being, like, what are we talking about here? Exactly, she's not dead. She's well taken care of. She's taken care of. What's the problem?
born as a human.
So Charlie did some sort of heart ever stop or something.
I mean, huh?
Did her heart ever stop?
It did not.
I am pretty sure the ASPCA will have words.
They get all the words they want. He's not going to jail. So they can talk. He's not going to jail.
Isn't there some sort of like...
Oh, y'all are very upset. He's not going to jail.
Nothing.
Huh?
No charge at all. Like,
for what?
They didn't sanction
What's it going to be? Cruelty to animals?
No,
the animals.
he was trying to develop
Is the
some
animal
new
not
type
groomed?
of,
I think. Look at that hair.
magic
That is a
and
bust
business.
down. Are you kidding me? Let my parents grow me a bust down.
The first one died.
Maybe.
We're not talking. The first one we're never going to admit because I'm going to cremate her. What are we talking
You got a
about?
point. You got a point.
Huh? What's the child abuse? You need to get consent from who?
okay, but I'm sure
There's a lot of parents that abuse their kids.
But you have to get. Is she being abused?
Yes.
How is she being abused? She's not hurt.
She was
But being
she was
experimented on
asking.
This is psychological abuse of body dysmorphia.
But she's okay with it. Like she's.
Are you sure she's okay with it?
She's
She didn't sound
okay.
okay.
She's like, no,
She did
don't.
not sound
She's like,
okay.
don't hurt my daddy. Don't hurt my daddy. I'm gonna put her on the stand and be like, do you want your
put
daddy
this
to go to
dog
jail?
child on the stand.
No. Do you hate your daddy? No. I want him to keep experimenting so he can help me. Right.
What about the Geneva Convention?
Thank you. I knew
The
it was
Geneva
something.
Convention.
I knew it was
This
something.
is not a war type of
this is
situation.
crime.
What are we talking about? No, this is happening in Georgia.
This is something that's
But a war is going on.
No, this has to happen. We have to pretend it's happening in Georgia.
Okay, it's in Georgia, and there's a
The war in Georgia.
No, there's not a war going on. Nobody declared war.
war.
Who declared war on Georgia? Who declared war on Georgia? No, see, nobody's. Y'all are just big mad. Shou Tucker is walking. He's walking. Y'all are just mad. It's okay.
It's okay. He
He's
can walk.
a hero.
Let him walk out. I just want to talk to him.
A jury will convict him.
I mean, it probably would go to a jury because all these snitches in here would be upset, and they'd be like, "I'm gonna do something," and I'm gonna. No, what?
You're right.
Huh?
It'd be up to the jury to convict him.
It would be up to the jury.
I don't think they would allow the daughter to be a reliable source of information.
You don't think so?
You know how pitiful it would sound to hear her with that whole dog face on. I love my dad.
And I'm gonna say,
that's gonna backfire on the
Are you taken care of? Are you fed?
No.
Are you getting groomed?
You know what?
No, but it has to fit the statute.
Honestly, at this
It
point,
has to
jail
fit
is
the
probably the
statute.
safest place for him because when he walks
So I
out of the
would never
courthouse,
do a bitch trial.
it's gonna be a whole heap of them. I just want to talk to him.
No, we're gonna pretend this is like happening in Georgia. It's just like a regular scientist.
Like with Selena. Everybody gonna take out the donut.
I mean-
same with him. When he get out of jail, they gonna take him out.
Yeah, we'll see. He's not going to jail
When he comes out the front of the
because the
courthouse,
judge
it's
is
over.
gonna make them fit like a certain pattern. It's gonna be like, is it child abuse? It's like, not really. They're gonna be like, is it animal abuse? Not really. It's not murder. So what are we charging him
I think
with?
this is going to be something that goes to the Supreme Court and you will also be able to, honestly.
Yeah.
And I think so that's probably why it's so hard for us to decide.
Yes.
That's what's going to be.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
The general public is going to let that slide. 'Cause
The general public is gonna be pissed, and I'm gonna be like, he is a hero, and I'm gonna probably be on the live too, but it's fine.
But it's fine.
It's fine. He can bring me back, maybe.
As long as you know they come.
As a dog, do you want to come back as a dog?
It depends whose dog.
Oh, God.
It depends, because if it's a certain owner, I'm okay with it. I mean, Paris Hilton takes care of her dogs. Very well. And then they had that one billionaire who left all her money to her dog. I'm okay with that.
You can't spend it, you're a dog.
I can't spend it.
So
I can talk. I'm gonna say I want to go to Japan. They're gonna be like, no. They're like, I want to go to Japan because I can talk.
Could a parent consent to the child being like a cosmetic surgery of some kind?
Oops.
Without,
God.
Actually, they could, because you just need the parents' consent. But it can't be like torture.
This wasn't torture?
It's not torture.
How do you know?
Well, I guess
it looked like it hurt.
How did it look like it hurt? You're just mad because she's a dog. Y'all are just mad because she's a dog.
Her organs are in different places.
But she's
all
alive.
that grafting
But
of
did she
nerves.
die? But did she die?
Did she die? Okay, hangover.
Wouldn't this be a situation where you would technically need both parents' consent?
No. Because the mother she's missing.
The mother is dead.
I don't know. Is she dead? If I'm Shou Tucker, I'm not admitting that. She's missing.
You would need an outside parent.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Shou Tucker's her dad. This is not an adoption. Y'all are very, very upset.
Oh, to do no harm.
Huh?
He's a doctor.
He's not a doctor.
He's just a scientist.
Okay.
I mean, you guys will.
I mean,
if he keeps doing this, though, it's probably a good thing.
This is just like, people letting R. Kelly run their kids'
No,
careers.
that's completely different.
No, that's the
because-
same
no,
thing.
No,
There's still
no,
harm.
because
There's still
no,
parental
a
consent.
sex crime
They
is
offer their
completely
child
different.
up.
No, a sex crime is completely
Organs
that's prostitution.
rearranged. I'm just saying it's
that
all
is
the same.
prostitution. What Shou Tucker did was not prostitution. Don't put him with that animal.
Oh no, so that's the animal.
Now he's an animal.
Yeah, don't put him with that.
There's some real weird categorization going on here.
No, that's completely different. Shou Tucker is a hero.
Shou
He's a
Tucker's not a
scientist.
hero.
He is a hero.
No, he's not
He's
a
trying to do this for the greater good.
No, he wasn't.
Oh
He was
my
trying to do this so he
gosh.
could keep his funding.
Did science not help us during COVID? You're welcome. Shou Tucker could have been on that.
I can check the bleach.
It's not a stretch.
The CDC, if you want to counteract that comment.
Right? Where's Kismecki Corbin when you need her?
Shou Tucker's gonna be like, where's patient zero? He's like, I got you, don't worry.
We're gonna turn him into
You're
a dog.
welcome.
Now it's a dog with COVID. That's all he would do.
Well, and the whole experiment until he figures it out. Y'all can't put him
No.
in jail, otherwise
Yes,
he's not
we
gonna be able to
can.
figure it out. You guys are prematurely
All
putting
laws
him
are
in jail.
based on public opinion, right, and morality.
Not really, because like you said, it's probably going to go to the Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
But like we're not going to lose, so it's probably going to be like a government thing.
They're
the
gonna
government's
make,
going to
like
have
you
to
said,
pass
they're gonna make a new
legislation.
law.
Your social media, I'll make this post please somewhere so people can just like
Just drag you for filth. Go on the internet. Go on the internet and say he's a hero.
I've gone on the internet and said he's a hero. Nobody dragged me.
Do it again, because we're gonna find the people to drag you.
He is a national hero. You guys are just mad.
oh my God.
Okay, I can't wait till this airs on our show.
He is a hero. Shou Tucker is a hero. You guys are just haters.
He's not a hero.
He is a hero.
No, he's not.
I need my scientist to be able to go use his own daughter, not me. Absolutely. He's saving the rest of humanity by not using everybody else. You're welcome.
So, in conclusion,
Shou Tucker is a hero.
He's not a hero.
He is a hero.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
I'm gonna call Hell Girl on him.
You could do Hell Girl, and then there's no body, no case. Well,
Right.
maybe there might be a case. There could be a
No, because
case.
he's gonna be a dog. I'm gonna do something to him. It's gonna be terrible.
Oh my God. So that's the conclusion of is your favorite anime character going to jail? Shou Tucker is not, but everybody else is. Thank you. Don't boo me for telling the truth.
Before you go, so we can drag you on the internet properly, can you please tell everyone where they can find you?
The Supreme Attorney. It was my last post, actually.
What?
It very much so was. On TikTok, it was my last post saying Shou Tucker is a hero.
What's your name on TikTok?
Supreme Attorney.
Supreme
The Supreme Attorney. Find me on TikTok. Argue with me on TikTok. I don't care.
Let's do it.
Yeah, because somebody dressed as Nina and Shou Tucker at BlurCon, and I said he's a hero. I want to meet my hero in real life.
You do that.
You guys are very much upset because he's a hero.
We're gonna be mad.
Oh my God.
So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will.
If this the land of the free, it was a freedom then, when they annexed Hawaii and called it Cedar Lands, without any type of payment and no signing off. Called themselves the Republic in 1894. 1.2 million acres overtaken from the native Hawaiians. When they resisted, the West retaliated in violence and erasure. The Hawaiian language is banned as part of colonialism's plan to expand, yeah.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. No work out for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.
So if we put Hawaii into perspective, well, Black and Asian history is interconnected. Considering the fight with the Pacific, then of course versus Asia, they was treated as a middleman for war, but didn't let the Western colorism run its course. Cause dark skin was a sign of dignity to core. The land was taken in the name of capitalism, when prior to it was an actual kingdom. Clap back at the system.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. No work out for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We